It may seem hard to imagine, but cats can suffer from loneliness too. Yes, they are not the lonely and independent animals that we think they are. On the contrary, they need to have a social life, less so than dogs, but still. As of proof, wild cats, even if they don't hunt in packs, live in colonies. While some domestic felines like to spend their days alone and are not the type to share their human, others appreciate having a little company. And for good reason, having a companion to play with is a good way to combat boredom. Find out if your cat does. Good to know. If you decide to adopt a second cat, make sure you always spend as much time with your first cat so as not to create jealousy. 1. He meows all the time. There are many reasons why a cat may meow excessively. So if your fur ball starts meowing all of a sudden, it's a good idea to consult a vet to check its health. Illnesses such as hypothyroidism or senile dementia may be the cause of his meowing. If, after a visit to the vet, you know that your cat is perfectly healthy, then it may be a problem of loneliness anxiety. 2. Clingy. If your cat is the affectionate type and tends to stick to you as soon as you walk in the house, it may be because she's lonely. A companion of his kind may be able to fill some of his emotional need during the day. And don't worry, he'll be just as happy to see you in the evening. 3. He spends his time grooming himself. It's well known that when it comes to personal hygiene, cats are irreproachable animals. In fact, they spend a large part of their day grooming themselves to get rid of the impurities stuck to their fur. However, if your cat is really over-grooming, sometimes to the point of pulling out hair and hurting itself, this is a clear sign of stress. What if this stress is due to loneliness? 4. He becomes destructive. A cat that is bored when left alone or suffers from separation anxiety tends to destroy everything in sight. This is not a revenge act, but a way of getting out all the energy that has built up. If you come home to find your house in a mess, curtains torn, sofa scratched, shoes vandalized, your feline may be trying to send you a message. 5. He gets messy. If your cat suddenly starts urinating outside the litter box, on the carpet or bed, for example, something is wrong. And if a medical problem has been ruled out, it means that the problem comes from somewhere else. In this case, loneliness may be a cause to consider. 6. He doesn't like anything anymore. Cats are animals that sleep a lot. Sometimes up to 18 hours a day. But if your cat spends all his time sleeping and doesn't even feel like going out for a walk or playing, he's in danger of becoming melancholy. In this case, the adoption of a second cat can be a solution. However, don't expect a miracle either.